Alrighty. Oh. Oop, oop. There we go. Double tap the old F11 key. Let's go full screen. How's it going, everyone? Hope you're doing well. As you can see, we are back with more Tomodachi Life. I was going to do some Final Fantasy, but it's been quite hot. And when it gets to this heat level, like, we're going to be seeing upwards of like 30 degrees later. And I know I'm going to be much too hot to be doing like weird, wacky voices in Final Fantasy. So instead, we're doing Tomodachi Life. It's chill. We can just sit and make some things for a couple hours, and then go do something else. So I've been on a bit of a, well, I did say last time, a Metal Gear kick. However, I then realized I'm actually a bit on a Kojima kick because I've been playing some Death Stranding again. I've just been wanting to play a lot of Kojima games at a minute, so we're gonna make some Kojima characters, I think. Last time we made Solid Snake and we made his outfit. God, Albert Stein looks so weird. I think I need to give him some armor in some capacity. He literally just looks like a gym jock. It's been a week. Oh my god. Maybe we can give him like, I don't know, motorcycle outfit or something. He just looks odd. How about that? You like that? No. Okay, well I don't have armor for you, my friend. I'm sorry. You just don't look like Steiner. I need a full set of armor for you.
Seriously.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, as I was saying, Snake. We made Snake. We made his outfit. I'm pretty happy with the outfit. We left the trousers for later. So we'll probably make the rest of these trousers and outfit stuff today. But I also want to make Sam Porter Bridges. So I think we should just go on.
My life out. Tomorrow.
Same, dude. Fucking same. Anyway. There's a couple changes I want to do. I literally just looked in the shop and I saw some items that would be pretty perfect for some of our characters here. So let me go to Irvine. Hello, Irvine.
We have.
No, we haven't.
I want to be friends
Yeah,
with
later.
Quistis.
Oh, well, yeah, fuck it, fine.
So,
Triple triads. I'm sure Quistis has a lot to say about triple triad.
all right. I'll have a chat with her about triple triad. Hello, Quistis.
No, we could just skip this. They got on great. Good wait. Good. Amazing. Good. Don't have any nicknames.
Can you believe? Now,
Of course.
Of course. Alright, as I was saying,
Yeah.
Irvine, I have something to give you. We found the perfect item for you.
hi.
Hi. Bam. At least you just bought this in the shop before starting stream. Look at that. That's a lot more like Irvine now, isn't it? The color doesn't quite match his little coat. That's fine. That's a little more accurate to how Irvine looks, at least. He's getting a little more Irvine-esque. I just need to double check his shoes. Yeah, his shoes does stick out underneath like that. Okay. Well, cool. There we go. That's our Irvine update.
So there you go.
I also got something for Terra. We could probably make Terra's outfit.
Hello?
Hi. You can have a pendant necklace. There you go. Perfect. Okay, well, you don't have to think it's anything. It's accurate, alright? Locke has something up with...
What is this?
What's wrong?
You know, Celis and I have been imagining how life would be
A
if
baby? No.
I guess you're right. We'll give it some more thought.
No babies yet. No babies. Go talk to your wife, though. We'll take you to your wife.
What?
Where is your wife?
What? Oh, Celis. Lock. Controversy.
Good.
Nobody interested.
No one's
Well,
interested, mate.
More exercise for me.
Right, anyway. I want to make Sam Potter bridges. No, not... I keep doing that. You know, one thing that always bothers me about Sam's model in Death Stranding 1 is they copied his facial hair 1-to-1, and it just seemed like Norman Reedus had bad facial hair on the face scan day or something. Because he's just got these little wispy bits that come up the side of his face, and it always looks so weird. You ever noticed that about it? It's so odd. In fact... I think... I do remember they cleaned up his model a bit on Death Stranding 2, so they might have removed it. I'll have to double check that. What would be good for his hair? That's pretty good. If only it was shorter, but we'll keep that for now. It's also be good for if we want to ever make Daryl Dixon. I guess we can just use this model. Alright. I'm debating whether or not I want to draw on these facial hair. I'll probably have to. There's not really anything here that will look particularly good. Even if we give him that, it's not that great. So we'll probably have to draw it on. It's very wispy, the facial hair that he has. Let me get a reference picture up. There's got to be better hair we can use. Better length as well. That's way too long. It just shits. It sits in his shoulders. Let's see what we got here. What can we work with? Something like that could be good. I'm surprised there's not more fringe options, to be honest with you. Need more fringe options in Nintendo. Come on. That's probably a strong contender for now. But it's more flat. His fringe is flat. He doesn't have like a big poofy fringe. We could probably work with that. Just draw the fringe on. Yeah, we can work with this. We can work with this. I might draw his facial hair on. I'm not really a big fan of the facial hair that we got right now. I'm not really sure what made me want to play it again. I just got a sudden urge. I was replaying through Black Flag ahead of the release of Resynced, obviously. I thought, okay, we'll replay the entirety of Black Flag, get my free time, get through that, and then I was doing a bit of a stealth kick, and I was like, oh, I want to play a load of stealth games. I want to play Dishonored. I want to play like Metal Gear. I was in a big Metal Gear rut. Like, oh man, it'll be great if we could play some Metal Gear once I finish Black Flag. And then for some reason, suddenly, I really wanted to play Death Stranding. So I've been playing through Death Stranding suddenly. I gotta say, big fan of Death Stranding. The whole vibe of it, I don't know why. I really like the whole vibe of it. Okay. So I went from being in a big like Metal Gear rut to now just being in a big Kojima rut. I just want to play a bunch of Kojima games. I think once I've finished Death Stranding, I don't really want to be spending a lot of money on Death Stranding 2 right now. The game literally just came out on PC not too long ago and it's quite expensive. And it's a problem of not I don't have the money. It's I have the money, but I don't really want to be spending 60 quid in a game right now. And also, like, I want to get Resynced, given that's going to be a good game. Yeah, it's more closer in color, isn't it? Maybe like a bit brighter. I always hate the fact that you color pick the hair, but it's just not the same hair color at all. Like, that is not the same shade of brown at all. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably wind up getting resynced and we'll play that on stream. I was hoping I would finish Final Fantasy V before it came out. So then we wouldn't just have to change games midway through the playthrough. You know how these things go. You know, there's like a week to release and I only do like 2-hour streams most of the time. I was not going to complete Final Fantasy V ahead of Resync coming out. That just was not happening. I know that the SNES games were shorter than like the PS1 era games, but it just was not happening. It was not going to happen. So once I complete Death Stranding, I'll probably just play through the Metal Gear games in my own time. Ooh, yeah, I'm starting to get the vibes of it more now. Yeah, I like the fact that the hair is over the top of the drawing, so it doesn't look like it's floating. I like that. I like that. Big fan of that. I did find myself watching an interview with Norman Reedus yesterday about him becoming Sam Porter, how he got the role and stuff like that. I'm sure a lot of people are already aware of the story, so I won't go too much into it. Basically, you know, Guillermo del Toro, Norman does anything for him. He's got in majority of his roles, worked with him. Kojima had an interest in Norman Reedus, and he was working with Del Toro. Del Toro was just like, hey, listen, Kojima wants you, just do it. Norman Reedus was like, alright, cool, whatever. That's basically the stumps of that. But what I found interesting was like, it's his first time doing like mocap stuff, really. I think he said he'd done a little bit of it on some other projects, but it's like his first time properly doing it. And Kojima's directing style is just kind of like awkward and funny. You know, 1 minute he's just like, oh, pick up the baby, now cry. And Norman's like, cry about what? No. And then Kojima like, well, now look, there's a big whale, and he got shocked. He's like, oh, okay. I thought the story of it was just quite fascinating. You know, Kojima's directing style. I think that was the BAFTA, like the role play series I watched. Just where they have a dice and they got to explain their roles, and I watched him talk about his role in Death Stranding and how that came to be. A really interesting story. Okay. I'm liking how the hair is looking so far. Again, I'm gonna be just annoyed constantly by the prospect of light not reflecting off it. But, you know, I've already complained about this, and every single time I actually stream that I've done where I have to draw on hair, I always complain about the horrid lighting effects and how light bounces off it differently. So I'm not gonna go into it again, as I always do. I'm sure no one wants to hear me complain about it again. But just know, I'll be thinking about it whilst I'm making this. Thinking about how, like, oh, this looks kind of cool here, and then, oh, it looks actually awful in game. I'll be thinking about that. I will be. Try to all this in. I think I mentioned on stream that I was in the middle of a rewatch of Breaking Bad. I got to the finale again last night. Or was it the night before? No, it was the night before because it was on the game of Mexico versus England, and I literally finished watching it a couple hours before the end of before the game. Well, I say a couple hours. It was on the evening of it, and then that game kept getting delayed. But man, I love Breaking Bad. It's a great series. It's so depressing, but it's a great series. It's we spoke about it yesterday on stream as well with Des, but I'd rate it top 10 series of all time. It's one of them series where you have to watch it every once in a while, for sure, because it's just so depressing and dark and gritty. But man, I love Breaking Bad. And I'll probably end up rewatching Better Call Saul at some point as well. Just another excellent series. Actually, I'll just do the entire thing connected. I'll do the entire thing connected. Okay, in fairness, the mustache is connected. We'll give him a connected mustache. Fine. Got some wispy grey bits in his beard as well. And we'll just copy and paste it over. A bit like how we did Walt's beard. Yeah, could use some adjusting. And it does sort of like come into it a bit like that. Yeah. Did I make it come up too much? I might have done. Maybe I'll give him a couple of these awful wispy bits that he got to come out here. The bits I hate every time I see it on his model. You know what? It bothers me more because I know I've got a bad wispy facial hair like that as well. So every time I see it on Norman Reedus' facial model in Death Stranding, I'm just like, man, I know exactly what that is, man. That's like annoying wispy hair that doesn't grow out too strong. I have the exact same thing, and I'm constantly shaving it. The fact they left that on the model in Death Stranding as well, so you constantly have to see it. Oh man, I hate it. I hate it. It really bothers me. But if you're not ever looking that close at the model unless you're in the private room and you're you know, doing your equipment stuff. So it's not that much of a problem, really. The worst part about my personal facial hair is that I get really weird patchy growth spurts on my neck. But it's only in the center of my neck. It doesn't go around my neck or anything like that. It's like a little landing strip of facial hair in the middle of my neck. And I shave it constantly, because if it grows out even a little bit, it looks fucking dreadful, if I'm honest with you. My facial hair situation is quite bad, as it is. When it comes to actually growing out facial hair, and just a little landing strip on my neck. It looks awful. Looks horrid. Not a fan of my own facial hair. I don't know, a couple here. Like that. Is that too white? It needs to be subtle. Maybe we'll do every other one inside. Like that. Yeah, it looks somewhat decent, I'd say. We can do a couple of these here. Go into it. There we go. I want to make some more Star Wars characters at some point as well. I think it's a bit weird that we only have Anakin, Obi-Wan, Han Solo, and a Stormtrooper. Maybe we could do some more Jedis, maybe do Luke, maybe do Leia. Some more iconic characters, maybe some more side characters. I think it'd be interesting to try and make Kit Fisto. I have an idea on how I could make him. Using the dreadlocks and stuff like that. And then try and blend it into the skin color. That could be really cool. Have Kit Fisto kicking about. Does Kit Fisto count as a Glupshitto? You know, Glupshittos in Star Wars are typically just like useless background characters that appear for longer than they should. But they actually give Kit Fisto more of an arc in the Clone Wars. And I really like him. He's my favorite. I think he definitely has Glupshitto vibes in the sense that he is just sort of like appearing in the background of the films. Are you able to like highlight something and then change the hue and saturation of it? I might want to like change this to be a little bit more orange. But I could be careful here, because the second you click back... Which one is hue and saturation? That one? Contrast? Oh no, it changes the entire thing. Okay, well... That's annoying. That's annoying. I guess we could just go over and do it all again. Let me just see how it will look if I make it a little bit lighter. Nah, it looks a bit shit. Yeah, that looks kind of better, doesn't it? I'm gonna take years to do. I should have thought about this before doing all this. Oh well, such is life. We got all the time in the world to spend on this. That's fine. Maybe I will keep some that are the previous color, just for a little bit of contrast. No, that said, it looks really bad here, actually. God, that looks awful. Yeah, okay. We'll do all of them the same color. I did start rewatching El Camino, but I'll be honest, that one's kind of hard for me to get into. I don't think it's a bad move by any means, but I don't know why, but coming straight off of Breaking Bad and then trying to get into El Camino, I don't know what it's about. I just struggle to get into it. I started watching a movie and I just paused it and go, alright, I'll come back to this. Which is weird, because there was only a couple times I had that moment with Breaking Bad where I'll be binging out the series in my evenings, and I go, oh, actually, I should be doing something else. Let me pause this episode and go do something. But El Camino, I was like, yeah, I don't have anything to do, but let me just pause this and I'll watch it like at another point. And again, I don't know why, because I don't think El Camino is a bad movie. Yeah, let me just remove the other facial we got underneath it, see how this looks. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm actually a big fan of that. Oh, I'm a big fan of that. We'll give me these absolutely gargantuan eye bags. In fact, it's more like this. Oh, Sam Porter, he's a tired boy. Oh, I can't have... Oh. I see. Might have to compromise here. Yeah. I like that. I like that. That actually looks a lot like him. That looks a lot like him. Let's just see if there's any other fringe options we could use. Maybe we could use like this or something. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good actually. We just go back to drawing. We just fill in the bits here and a hairline. It's pretty funny that Norman has had the same hairstyle since Walking Dead. Like, the second he started growing his hair out in Walking Dead, he's just had his hair like this ever since. So in every single role since then, that's just how he looks. He just kind of looks a bit like Daryl in every single role he's in. And that's not to disrespect him or anything like that. I don't think... Actually, I don't think he'd mind just being known as Daryl, considering he really likes the role of Daryl, but... From my understanding when I watched that interview I was talking about earlier. Oh yeah, that looks better. Yeah. Just the color matching with this is awful, because it's either it's too red or it's too... And let me go back to what I had before. Click that. It's just not... That's just simply not the same color. Doesn't matter what way you look at it, that is just not the same color, is it? I really like that. I think that looks a lot like Norman Reedus. It didn't take me that long, but I think that looks a lot like him. Maybe we could adjust the eyebrows a bit, because I don't think the eyebrows look right. Okay, again, I got to fix the hairline bit here. Let's just do this more neater. Actually, I should do this more neater. Keep assuming, oh, you're not going to see these bits, so it doesn't matter anyway, but obviously you can see it here. Let's do this. Why does that look so jagged? Is it because of this bit here? No, why does that look so jagged? Is that just the model on the hairline? Oh, it might be. Actually, yeah. Yeah, it's just the hairline on the model. Okay. Yeah, it looks so jagged. That's so weird. Look at that. You'll never notice it, but yeah, that looks odd. Anyway. Sam Porter Bridges. There we go. That's pretty good, I'd say. How tall is he? Okay, so Norman Reedus is about 5'10", so therefore Sam would be about 5'10". We'll put him about there then. Maybe there. How would you shorten, let's call him Sam Porter?
My name is Sam Porter. My name is Sam Porter.
Oh, he talks through his...
My name is Sam.
Oh. He talks through his mustache bit, that's really weird. November 9th, okay. I don't think his age is ever actually confirmed. But they say 30s to early 40s, so we'll put him about 39. That makes sense.
My name is Sam. It's night. My name is Sam. My name is Sam. It's not. My name is Sam. My name is Sam. My name is Sam. It's nice to meet you. My name is Sam. My name is Sam. My name is Sam. It's not. My name is Sam. It's my name is Sam. It's nice to meet you. My name is Sam. 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 My name is Sam.
Quite clunky and slow. He's a delivery boy after all. He's a porter, so quite flat, very serious. Reserved, aloof, logical, headstrong, cautious, calmly lays out the facts, thinker, thoughtful and introspective. Right at thinking things through and analysing issues from every angle. Well, I wouldn't say that. Maybe later on in the game, I don't know.
Come on, guys. Exercise with me.
Sam Porter. We couldn't fit in Bridges. I know he's Sam Porter Bridges. And I guess maybe Sam Porter Bridges Strand. I realise we got some room up here, so we can prop him up here. Maybe I'll put a snake next to him.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sam. I'm a reserved thinker. I've been told I should think less and feel more, but I find such arguments unconvincing. I'm glad to be here.
Kind of annoys me that his mouth goes underneath his beard, but, you know, what can we do? So, we found the perfect thing, actually, for Ascended Kefka. Is he in his house right now? He's not. Well, we can show you. Bam! Look. It's like a little cloudy area. Looks like his final boss room.
Nice. No complaints here.
It's a little bit more pink than I would like. It's the sunset clouds, I think it's called, or pastel clouds. If we can have like a dusk one or something that makes it yellow, that'd be perfect. Oh, okay, bye. Yeah, I just thought, oh, that's pretty perfect for him. Other changes, we got Setzer, a little pirate coat, which looks more like his outfit. Let's have a look. It looks pretty good.
Hello there.
I saw there was also an aristocrat outfit. That would be pretty cool. However, it turns out that's like a grand or something silly like that. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's aristocrat, so it's gonna be expensive, but yeah. That outfit's like a grand. So I was looking at it like, damn. Sorry, Setzer, you ain't getting that. Because I was also gonna get a blue one for
Welcome. Cheers.
Edgar. But also, again, that's like $2,000 for 2 characters. It's quite easy to get a grand in this. But it's also quite easy to spend $1,000 as well.
Huh? My cherry cheesecake. I should tidy that up. Huh? 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 Wow, that was one crazy dream.
I just noticed in my cherry cheesecake that there's a little chunk at the
What can
plate
I
being
do
taken
for
out,
you?
where I must have erased something on the original
What was it
painting.
Ghosty told me the other day?
Let's introduce Snake to Sam. I'm sure that'll be an interesting conversation.
Hi and nice to meet you. My name is Sam. Hello there, Sam. My name is
I
Snake.
have to sort my life out.
That looks a lot like Norman Reedus, so I'm quite happy with that. Talking about Blade Runner, that's kind of base, Sam. Seems like-minded. Hell yeah, dude.
Thank you. I feel closer to Snake now.
Should I have all the Kojima characters living together? That makes sense in my mind to do. Oh, we might have finally got the lighthouse. Hold on. Oh, let's fucking go. We definitely do. Yeah, let me get that. Oh man, the lighthouse. Might as well get everything else that we can here. Drinking fountain, yeah, sure. Thank you. Renovation center? I think there's a couple more rooms we can get. Oh, there's a lot of rooms we can get. Like we should give the minimalist set to Sam, considering the private room he has is pretty bare bones. Unless there's like a sci-fi set that's just also quite empty, that'd be quite good. Maybe we get the office set with the walls and the floor and just put that in his room, and it's just bare bones.
Welcome.
Oh, the Pastoral Cloud set is already complete. Oh, boo. Maybe there's other clouds, I don't know. Should we get him... Oh, maybe we get him this. That's quite similar to what he has, right? Maybe we get him the Mad Scientist set.
Thanks for shopping with us. Please come again.
I got an idea. Away we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Wallpaper. We got this. Oh yeah. All done.
Thanks.
You don't have to like it. In fact, you don't even like where you are in a private space, to be honest with you. It's just somewhere for you to lay your head. Oops, not that one. I do kind of like... It's either that, or we need something to... To be honest, that'll be a nice middle ground. Go for that one. He likes it well enough.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I may have underestimated you.
Right. What's the best thing to do here? Should we just solve a bunch of people's conundrums and then get to making the rest off Snake's outfit and maybe have a go at making
I'm so glad to have quizzes as a friend.
Sam's outfit? Alex has got a problem.
Ha. We haven't had the chop.
No, we haven't. Sorry, mate.
I've been thinking of doing.
No.
Oh,
Good, that was quick. Moving on. Oh, he's happy. He's gone back to play with his maracas. Happy as can be him. I'm thinking of doing something with my hair. No. Okay. Very easy to impress. Oh, Mog.
Are you bored?
Yeah, we can play.
No repeats. Food.
Food.
Chocolate sundae.
Chocolate sundae. Creme brulee.
Peach.
Peach. Ooh, tasty peach. Chili ball.
Persimmon.
Persimmon. Okonomiyaki.
Omelette.
Omelette. Curry with rice. Insect collection.
Mango.
Mango. Oh, tasty mango. Love mango. One of my favorite fruits.
Peach. Oh, peach is a repeat. That was some high-level playing.
Some high level playing. I don't know about that. Give me a Prezi.
It's time for your prize.
Penguin. Penguin. I'll take a penguin. Should I make Benedict Cumberbatch and give him a penguin? And make it pronounce penguin? Be quite funny. Actually, it wouldn't be funny at all. Theo Zahiro, thank you for the follow. Sorry, my notifications aren't working, so I missed that. Alright, who else have we got here? Cloud wants something.
Speaking of food, eating the Monster Ultra Mango
Drinking.
Fiesta
You
with
drink
pan
it,
of
Cloud.
chocolate is a taste sensation, right?
Hate to be that me, but I nearly choked on a Monster Ultra Mango Fiesta when I was little. Now I avoid it like the plague.
This seems like a canon conversation between Cloud and Barrett. They're just both dismissive of each other.
So, the food here is really good, isn't it?
Your bridge voices in Tom and Actually Life are adorable.
If you say so.
You would not be wrong to say that.
I've got a bit of a cold right now. Can't taste a thing.
Oh, okay. Well, hope it fills you up. Oh, I just had a great idea.
Oh, I need to make Cloud's
Do
outfit
you
as well.
fancy some karaoke after this?
No.
I'm just itching to show off my falsetto.
Sorry, I can't. I'm washing my hair later.
Oh, it's not for everyone, I suppose. Well,
Great conversation, guys. Real good stuff. What are these guys talking about?
Whoa.
Yeah, this. Yeah, you know what? We'll skip this. Hail from the lands of burgers and eagles. I have British friends and friends from over the world. That's nice, man. I got one friend from America. He's from Milwaukee. Should we get on to making... No, I want to solve some more people's problems. What about... We haven't really done much with Zidane. He's looking at bugs. Okay, we can skip this. Great ants. Great ants. I haven't actually done anything with you yet.
It's been...
Yeah, I know. It has been a while, hasn't it? A DC themed? Like DC is in DC Comics, or is DC acronym for something else? I did have my island to be more themed at one point, but now I just sort of turned into things that I like. I had a bunch of Final Fantasy characters. I put them on Final Fantasy islands. And then I was like, man, I want to make Rick Deckard because Blade Runner is one of my favorite movies, and I made Rick Deckard. And then I was like, oh, I got this perfect face model of Rick Deckard that I made. I might as well just make Han Solo. And as you can see in the background there, as he's lurking, I made Han Solo. And then things kind of spiraled from there. Things kind of spiraled. So you got Anakin Skywalker as well, because I started making Han Solo, and I was like, okay, from Han Solo, we'll make a Stormtrooper, because someone in chat requested a Stormtrooper. Then I made Anakin and Obi-Wan. And then I made Walter White, because I thought it'd be funny, and then I had to make Jesse. We made all of the One Piece crew. Kiryu, Yagami, Kaito from Judgment, and Yakuza. Majima, because I made Majima. I was like, well, if I make Majima, I have to make Kiryu, right? And I was like, you know what? Rick Deckard needs a friend, so let's make another detective guy. I made Yagami. And then Yagami needs a friend too, so let's make Kaito. And then I made Data for no reason. Because I thought, oh, I know how to make him. So yeah, things kind of spiraled. There was a theme on my islands, and then things started spiraling. Things started spiraling real quick. This is my 6 lot. We got Final Fantasy 6, got Locke, Terra, Celeste, Mog, Sabin and Edgar, Setzer, Kefka Ascended in his god form. And then I made some 8 characters, and then after I did 8 characters, I made Aerith, and I was like, okay, Aerith needs more 7 characters. Then I made Barrett, Cloud, Tifa, and Yuffie, and then Zack afterwards. You can kind of see how things started spiraling. Things started spiraling on my island. The theme kind of went out the window after a while. Very quickly went out the window. Anything else worth buying? Oh, I've got to make... I've got to make Snake's trousers now. I have to think of what I was trying to say then. Alright, we'll go with... I like having a lot of stuff I like at once, but I feel like I might enjoy a little single thing. Yeah, no, absolutely. You can work around it a lot better as well. Like, you could design your island to look a bit more like, I don't know, Gotham City or something. Rather than just do what I do. Just sort of place things randomly. Alright, we're gonna... Oop. It's actually pretty easy to do, because we've got cargo trousers here, so this probably won't take long at all. Or Metropolis, yeah. Metropolis is probably a more well-rounded one to do if you're doing DC. Loki, I kind of wish I could visit Oa. Whereas that one, remind me, I'm not too up to date with my DC knowledge. It's not what it used to be. Green Lantern, Green Lantern. That'd be cool. Yeah, if you have a more thematic idea for your islands, it would definitely be a lot easier to design it around that. Because then it's easier to just visualize how you want your island to look, like, you know, like we said, Metropolis or Gotham City, you can make it dark or gritty, or like a big sort of sci-fi city or something like that. Oop, oops. Oop, 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 oop. Okay, so there's the cargo trousers. Pretty basic, but they work really well, actually. Good base. 2011 movie was ass. The comics are next level. Yeah, the 2011 movie with Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, that was pretty rough. Pretty rough. Okay, now we just start adding a bunch of straps. We're good to go. Okay, so we're just gonna want to like remove some of these pockets. Are they working on a new Green Lantern thing? Again, I'm not like 100% up to date with my DC knowledge. A show. Oh, nice. Yeah, nice. I know they had what's his name? Nathan Fallion as the again, forgive me, my knowledge is not what it used to be, but the white bowl hair colored white ginger bowl cut guy in the Superman movie. Called Lanterns. Part of the whole new DC universe with James Gunn. No, James Gunn is off to a good start, so I'm sure it's in safe hands. Guy Gardner, that's it, yeah. I'm awful with names. I keep forgetting names. In fact, no, what I've been doing now, why don't I just bring this back in? Charles Chandler is Handler as Hal. Aaron Pierre is John Stewart. Nice, yeah, that could be interesting. Very interesting indeed. So he's got some hair. Having this reference is really helpful actually, because it would be a nightmare trying to design trousers otherwise. Do I need it like that? Yeah, I have that. I remove these bits. Are they working on a new Batman thing? That's not related to Patterson, or am I know they got a new animated movie coming out. Those always go hard, and it's meant to be like gritty and dark again. But isn't James Gunn doing a Batman thing, or they are? Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought I heard something about that. Okay. That just goes like that. Should this be from like here? I think it's gonna be based on a DC comic Grant Morrison made. Be slightly more like Hyde and also have Robin. It's been a while since we've had like a Robin-based movie, like a movie with Robin in, I should say. And last one was the 90s one, where the suits had like weird breasts and nipple plates. Whereas I didn't think those costumes were necessarily bad, but the added realism of having like nipple plates, really bizarre. Almost a better take on the Schumacher stuff. Yeah. I wonder what Robin they'll pick. Would they just go right off rip and go with Dick Grayson, or would they go like Damian Wayne or something like that? Or maybe Tim Drake? Damian Wayne. Yeah. The first time he's been on like television, right? Also doing an Absolute Batman animated series. That'd be quite cool. Right, how's that looking? Pretty cool. Okay. Do those straps need to move down? I think they might have to. And also, this strap is only on one side. Wonder Woman show could be cool. She has not had much luck in the film department. I don't really think her movies are that good. I think, was 1984 well received? I don't think 1984 was well received, was it? I think any of her movies were particularly great. Unfortunately. First one was decent, 84's ass. I see. That's a shame. I think the only memorable thing that came out of that film was the Pedro Pascal meme, right? That came from 1984, I'm pretty sure, right? It could be good, but it could be better. Or something like that. Yeah. Maxwell Lord. Funny meme. Good funny meme. Good joke. Bad movie, good meme. There we go, that's better. Do. So those two connect, right? Do I figure out... You know, I need to find like a cosplay reference again. Oh, I see. Okay, I've done this wrong. I have done this wrong. Oh, wait, no, they do connect on each side. But there's a strap on his leg here. Okay, I gotta rework this a little bit. Alright, I gotta rework this a little bit. Move this up to about here. Speaking of receive superhero stuff, I don't think She-Hulk was all that bad. Although I don't think 1 could have been better. 2, Backlash was genuinely insufferable. I don't know what the problem was with that show. I know people complain about it. To be honest, in my opinion, I didn't care enough about the show to watch it. I mean, that's just a matter of opinion though, isn't it, you know? But, like, what are people's actual complaints about that show? Was it just... the fact that it was bad CGI, or... I know people are ragging on that Megan Thee Stallion scene, which, to an extent, I can kind of understand. It's a bit tacky, but, who cares? It's an after-credit scene. What was the actual criticism of that show? I didn't watch it, so... Again, I just not my duff. I don't really care about it. I haven't been watching anything Marvel related in a while. Is that right? No, it's not at the front. Some complaints are valid, like bad CGI, story that didn't really take itself seriously until the end. But some of the other complaints, people being misogynistic, yeah, that checks out. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. I'm not surprised in the slightest. I think that's just it, isn't it? It's just, at the end of the day, it's just a scene that's not really necessary, nothing more than that. It's like, it's not kind of impact the rest of my viewing experience. It's just like, oh, okay, that scene happens, okay. Cool. Bit weird, but whatever. Move on with my day. Pretty much, yeah. Unfortunately, like, we're just living in a day and age where anything that has a female lead is just automatically going to be poorly received based on that alone. And there is some movies these days that sort of get by having a female lead and that gets well reviewed, but for the most part, like, anything that just has a female lead, unfortunately, is automatically just going to be called DI, woke, blah 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 blah. And it's a shame. It's so childish, to be honest. I think it's such a childish mindset to have. I wasn't gonna cry at all. It's like when you watch any Gamescom show, like Showcase, and you see, like, the second a woman appears in any game trailer, the comments are insufferable. The fact that it's gotten so bad that most of these showcases had to put on emote-only mode because gamers just can't control themselves. It's just embarrassing. One of my friends said it was analogs into a hair and someone's food. Someone could take the hair out and enjoy the food, but some people do not want food altogether. I was gonna say analogy, but yeah. Yeah, it's just it's cringe. It's cringe culture. It's a lot of people who are stuck in a certain time where it's just like, yeah, just move on, man. Just move on. Yeah, 2016, definitely the sort of dark, edgy humor days. Absolutely. It's like people are ragging on a new God of War game trailer with I forget her name. Again, I'm just bad with names in general. But it's called Lu Fei, and it's got the Kratos' wife in it. And people are already ragging on it, saying it's just bad. Simply just, like, there's not a lot to really showcase in it. You've seen, like, 20 minutes of... Well, they say 20 minutes of gameplay. It wasn't really 20 minutes of gameplay. It was, like, 5 minutes of gameplay and 20 minutes of, you know, dialogue. So we didn't really get to see much. But people just already hate on it because it's got a female lead. It's like, who cares? Why does it bother you so much? I agree to an extent that I personally expected the next game to be led by Atreus, but I was a bit shocked more than anything to see it was Kratos' wife, but it's not like I was outraged by it. I was just like, oh, it's a surprise. Yeah, people throw fits about characters finding out they are bisexual, but as someone who also had that happen, I actually like that representation. Thankfully, I see a lot of people who are saying a new God of War game looks good and aren't being sexist. Well, there you go. That's good. So for me, I just don't care. Like, if the game is good, the game is good. If anything, I was more concerned with the dialogue. I just saw like, yeah, Jack Quad is the cube. I was just like, I'm hoping this is not going to be like corny humor for the entire game. That's more what I'm concerned about, but I'm sure it'll be fine as a game. There's only so much quirky, zany humor I can take in a video game. I think too many games these days have gone down the quirky dialogue route of one-liners. There's only so much that I can personally take. But again, that's just a matter of preference, you know? That has nothing to do with anything else. That's just a personal preference. I'm kind of bored of that style of humor now. I think it's sort of like the Marvel-ism of writing that's been happening. They sort of like... They saw Marvel films all have like zany one-liners and like, oh, okay, every single thing ever from now on has to have that style of writing. And I don't really like that style of writing anymore. I think it's sort of run its course. Huge fan of Invincible. And a bit of a fan of The Boys. And some of the fans of both are hella goofy and are essentially just bigots. Thankfully, met chill fans of both. Yeah, most of The Boys fans are pretty chill. And then you get the occasional few who are just like, yeah, Homelander did nothing wrong. He's actually a good guy. And, you know, he didn't deserve what happened to him. It's like, dude, shut up, man. Like, they purposely writ him to be the worst type of person. And you'll still get defenders off him saying, no, Homelander deserved better. It's like, no, he didn't. He was purposely written in a way where you was meant to dislike him. Let's be real. Like, he might have been an intriguing character. And, like, fun on the screen in the sense that, like, he is a double-sided life sort of guy, you know, playing a hero 1 minute and then being a sadist in the other. But, yeah, man, like... I haven't watched too much of recent Invincible stuff. I haven't watched the newer season, so I might miss a couple references. I think I have an idea who you're talking about. The short-haired, well, short black-haired chick who does something really bad to Mark. We'll put it like that. I think I know who you're referencing though. Yeah, they do gas her up a lot. Yeah. That's that pretty tux. You make a character that's like conventionally attractive and anyone will defend them. Doesn't matter what they did. But personally, I don't remember it being that attractive, but you know, people just have an archetype that they like and run with it. Why can't I get this to look right? If I can at least say this, as someone who read the entire comic, I don't think anyone actually want that given circumstances. More what happened to Mark, or? I mean, like, buff girls. Oh, I see. No, absolutely not. Just people being degenerate. Oh, she can do that to me any day. No, bro, you don't want that to happen to you, because at the end of the... You know what, we don't need to go into it, because we know what happened is awful. And we don't need to try and make a case for it, because if you're of a sound mind, you'll know it's an awful, awful thing to have done. People just be talking. They just be talking. Can't really get the symmetry of this right. I don't know why it doesn't look right. It's thin here, but yeah, exactly. Yeah, they just be saying shit to say shit, and that's just how it is. You just go ignore it. But the silent majority definitely do not outweigh the loud minority, and those guys are loud. I don't know why this doesn't look right. Okay, looks a bit better. No, not personally. Although my friend Des does. He plays a lot of Tekken. Big Tekken guy. Me personally, no, not really. I used to play a bit of Marvel vs. Capcom back in the day. Loved that. Very cool game. Not so much anymore. Dabbled in a little bit of Fighter Z, Dragon Ball. But I don't really play fighter games that much, no. Someone in chat tried to get me into Guilty Gear for a long old time. It's like, I don't really play them games, man. I could play it if you want, but you'd be disappointed because I'm not good at those games. Anna Williams, your number one crush. Is that the one that's related to Steve Fox? Because ironically, that's the character that Des plays. Is that the one that's related to Steve Fox? Like her nephew or something? Anna Williams. Anna Williams? Oh, no, it's not her. No. Nina and now Anna. Oh, that is her? Just like her nephew, yeah. Oh, Nina Williams and Anna Williams. Yeah. My only knowledge of Tekken only comes from me looking into stuff for Des, so I can understand him a bit better. Oh, Nina is the mom. Okay. I see. See, that's like as far as my understanding goes on Tekken. Because like I said, my boy Des is Steve Main. Oh, much to his dismay, because he borderline hates that character. Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury 2 is number 2 crush. Sorry, from Fatal Fury is the number 2 crush. Also the Bioawakening. Got a good looking. And then also just flat out cool characters in fight games. Oh, absolutely, yeah. The designs in those games are really cool. Usually that's the thing that draws me in. Oh, thought I was gonna crash then. Something actually life doesn't crash very often, but every now and then there'll be a nasty crash. There's something about this side that looks thicker, but then if I make it any thinner, it'll mess up the entirety of this side. So what's the deal? Why does it look like that? You know what, fine. It looks better than what it did, so I'm not going to spend so much time on this, because, again, you're not going to see it that well on the actual model. SNK? What does that mean? SNK fighting games, Guilty Gear, Tekken, Street Fighter, all awesome. Mortal Kombat. Didn't enjoy as much, but I still very much enjoy it, and Smash is my beloved. Smash is a classic. It's a classic. Like we've all at least dabbled in Smash at least once in our life. SNK is the company that made Fatal Fury. Ah, okay. Have you played Virtua Fighter? I played through that one because it was in Judgment. I was playing through Judgment games, and you could do arcades. And they put Virtua Fighter there. Pretty cool. Yeah, I like Virtual Fire. I will say I didn't enjoy it only because there was an achievement in Judgment that had you to do a certain thing in all the arcade games. I reached a certain point. And I'm just not very good at fire games, as I said. Like, there's nothing personal about the games I dislike, it's just I'm not good at them. And I had to do a certain achievement in Judgment, which required me to do something on all the arcade games, and I had to get it to a certain point in Virtua Fighter. Boy, I was not a happy bunny. I was not a happy bunny at all. I did see the trailer for the new Virtua Fighter game. I sent it to my boy Des, because again, he's the big fire game guy. He's very much in the mindset of, like, he doesn't want to learn new fire games if he's already playing, like, Tekken. Because it's such a big time investment. Like, he puts so much time into Tekken. So it's just like, I don't really want to play another fire game to learn another character. So I'm like, yeah, fair enough. Walking Dead. Funny enough, I was just talking about earlier when we were doing Sam Porter. And I was talking about Daryl. Yeah, Rick Grimes is a cool guy. The comics are great. I don't know if it's controversial, but I don't like the art style shift. Because about midway through the comic, they just get rid of Alan Moore. Is it Alan Moore? Hang on. Tony Moore. Then they replace him with Charlie Adlard. That was near the beginning. Oh yeah, no, you are right, yeah. Yeah, I really like Tony Moore's art style in The Walking Dead. And then Charlie Adler took over, and I just don't think it ever really lived up to... I think, like... I don't think Charlie Adler is a bad artist. I just think I prefer the style of Tony Moore. I think it's just a matter of preference, and I just preferred Tony Moore. Both Cory Walker and Ryan Oatley's for Invincible 2 hate people compare. I hate people who hate on Cory Walker's art style. People like to cherry pick Cory's worst art and Ryan's best art. That's just how it goes with those things, though. It's annoying for sure. That's just how it goes, isn't it? I don't hate people. I hate it when they do it, okay. Sounds a little bit more reasonable. What I like is how Cory Walker's art style grew to be very uniform and sort of carries this sort of stoic strength to it. Again, I haven't seen much of the comics, so I can't give an opinion on that. I've not seen it. I'll take your word on it. I'd have to Google it to see what you mean, but yeah. I understand. Ryan Oatley's jagged and dynamic and loud and brash and in your face, and I like that too. Both art styles can be valid in their own ways. That's no problem. I can't agree or give a take to carry on the conversation, I guess, because I haven't seen it. I didn't want to like kill the convo in that sense. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Tony Moore's art style. He did another comic that I'm quite fond of. I didn't finish it, but it's called see if I can find it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Fear Agent. He did Fear Agent. I love the art style of that. Very sci-fi, very like 50s, 70s aesthetic in sci-fi. Also by Tony Moore. A really cool comic. I didn't finish it. I didn't get around to finishing it, but yeah, very cool. I really like that comic. I think Fear Agent is what Tony Moore did after he left The Walking Dead. Or did it come before? I think the story was either it came before or after he left The Walking Dead. Who wrote the Long Halloween? Was that Alan Moore? I like the Long Halloween. It wasn't Alan Moore, was it? No, it wasn't Alan Moore. Was it Alan Moore? Oh, Jeff Loeb. That's right, Jeff Loeb. Just bought that comic. Great comic. Yeah, sorry, I just tapped out. My bad. Great comic. Very unique art style as well. I don't know who the artist is on that. I think it might be Jeff Loeb. I think Jeff Loeb both wrote and drew the art of that comic. Oh no, art by Tim Sale. Very unique art style. I really liked it. Long Halloween, great. Well, that pocket needs to be bigger. It's quite a small pocket. Oh, actually goes up into his strap here as well. Okay, fair. Oops. Off you go, mate. The cursor keeps appearing on my screen. In fact, because it's like a gun holster, we can just do this. There we go. Do a little bit of this action. Do like a faux 3D effect as well. When George Perez and Tim Sale and Neil Adams all died around the same time, I was so sad. I didn't know they all died. God. It's news to me. I didn't know that they died. Rest in peace. Who's the other guy? I really enjoyed their run of I got a comic somewhere. Bear with me 1 second, go grab it. Jason Aaron? Jason Aaron. That's right. He did a run of Doctor Strange. I really enjoyed his run on Doctor Strange. And he also did the Star Wars run, Smuggler's Moon. God, yeah, he's a great writer. I love his stuff. I was a really big fan of that Doctor Strange one he did. I think it's called Madhouse or something. And yeah, I was a big fan of his Star Wars stuff. I didn't read the Force stuff, but yeah, the Star Wars and the Doctor Strange. I feel a bit bad because I actually rather enjoyed Tom King's Wonder Woman run, but not keen on him himself. Yeah. That's like that for a lot of artists though, isn't it? Like there's certain comic writers who like their writing is good, but then they're just not really good people. There was that guy who did the Spider-Man stuff. And the guy was just a total dickhead, to be honest. And everyone just doesn't really like him. So anytime there's like he's announced, right, another Spider-Man comic, is like, oh, not this fucking guy again. Not this guy. I think he wrote like Brand New Day and stuff like that. And I think that was quite well received at the time. I think Brand New Day received. No, is it not Brand New Day? Sorry, that's the film. What's the one where it's like I can see the cover in my head where Spider-Man is swinging, he's got a backpack on, and it was kind of like a reboot of Spider-Man's story. One More Day? No, that doesn't look symmetrical. Use this way. Maybe that is right. Let me Google it. Spider-Man comics. To me, I'm another comic fan. I've been out of the comic game for a minute, though. I will say, I've been out of the comic game for a minute, but yeah, I got like pretty decent to. Is it this one? Dan Slott, The Amazing Spider-Man. Was it that one? I'm more into manga personally. I've not really read comics that much. I got kind of out of superhero stuff in general. I think I lean more towards... Was it Dan Slott? I might be wrong. But people just didn't... Was it? Hang on. Let me double check myself. I don't want to throw it on the bus. Oh yeah, it was Dan. Yeah. It's not like he didn't necessarily do anything bad. It just people say he's a bit like up his own arse, very self-righteous sort of thing. Really poor like social media presence. Just needs to like get off social media, basically. Those Zeb Walls made a recent Spidey comic and it was pure ass. Yeah, that's looking pretty alright. I'm still pretty bothered by these straps here, but I think this is looking pretty alright. Is there any more straps I need to add? I mean, it's a Kojima design, so there's always going to be more straps somewhere. No, I think that's right. I think I actually just need to make this bit lighter, and then we're done. And then we can go on to making... I think I want to try and make... Sam's outfit. Was that gonna be too similar in color? Oh, no, that's fine. My friend recently started collecting some more comics-ish. I say ish. He started collecting the Jason Todd stuff. He was looking for, funny enough, he wanted to start getting into Red Hood, right? Because he loves Red Hood. And you know, like the first one that he picks, that he decided he wanted to get into, because the story looked interesting to him. It was like, what's it called? Outlaws. Red Hood Outlaws. But it's like a specific version of it that's really hard to find. Which one was it? Is it? I think it's Red Hood and the Outlaws Rebirth. Because people say read that before. So my bud, we went to Forbidden Planet, which is just a nerdy sort of shop in the UK. I don't know if they have it elsewhere, but in the UK at least they have comics here and stuff like that. And other like nerdy vinyl stuff. All the rest of it. And he's like, we spent ages wandering around Forbidden Planet trying to find this comic for him. We couldn't find it. I go and ask staff, I'm like, hey, do you have like this comic? And my friend's looking for it. He's like, no, sorry. We don't sell that here. I'm like, okay, fair enough. And I looked into it for him, and it turns out, yeah, that particular edition of the comic was like really rare because it's out of print now. I don't think we have a Newberry. Well, anyway, yeah, it was just kind of funny that this one comic he wants to get into because he likes the look of it and it looks cool, and it's just like a really rare edition you can't find anywhere. And we was looking on eBay, and because he's not really familiar with comics and stuff like that and how they go. So he was gonna spend like, because I was telling him about like trade paperbacks and stuff like that, so he knew the difference, and then he found this edition of Rebirth Outlaws. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get this. I'm like, you know, that's one comic, right? It's like, yeah, it's the whole story, isn't it? I'm like, no, that's like one issue. And it was looking to be like upwards of like 50 quid. I'm like, yeah, that's like one issue, dude. That's not a trade paperback. He's like, what's a trade? I'm like, that's like a collection of stories that I put into one book, but it's not quite like an omnibus sort of thing. It's kind of like in between an omnibus and a normal issue. He's like, oh, okay. So like, yeah, you don't want to spend £50 on or more. I think it was even more than £50. It was like 60 quid or 70 quid. It was a lot of money. But he thought he was getting the whole story. I was like, yeah, look at this one. What do you think of this one, mate? Mate, that's a single issue, my friend. You're going to be spending a lot of money on a single issue. That's down to you if you want to do that, but that's not the whole story. It was like, oh. Sorry, let me catch up. Spawn is another cool comic where it's like pure 90s cheese. Todd McFarlane is a bit brash and stubborn, I feel like. Other than that, he seems like a good guy. He's up his own ass, but not as much as Dan Slott. And he seems to be better at social media. Yeah, Todd is cool. He's more focusing on toys now, isn't he? His McFarlane toy stuff is pretty cool. I like the Space Marine series he's got, where some of them are just blanks, so you can paint your own. I think that's just a really cool idea. You know, if you're gonna do minis and stuff like that, it's kind of a cool idea to just make this this sort of line of figures where you can just have posable action figures that you can paint yourself. He had that beef with Neil Gaiman. I guess Todd turned out to be the good guy in the end. Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah. It was a shame about Neil Gaiman, because being a fan of Norse mythology and stuff like that, he wrote what a lot of people consider to be quite a good-ish Norse mythology book. A lot of people held that as their favourites, I'm pretty sure. And then he turned out to be an awful, awful person, and now those books are tainted forever. I think a lot of people sort of held those books as the standard for when it comes like getting into nostalgia. Whenever you look at nostalgia, it's like, oh, where should I start? It's like, oh, you just read the Neil Gaiman stuff, and now people are like, don't give that man money. Just don't do it. He doesn't deserve it. And that's just how it goes, isn't it? You don't really want to reward bad behavior, but it's just like, at the end of the day, you know, the book's there to educate, and it sort of gets that moral grey line where it's like, he's an awful, awful person that did really bad things. But do you just want to read the book and then indirectly give him money? It's a weird one. It's a weird one. People get at Robert Kirkman for some stuff that's poorly aged in his comics, but I wouldn't call him a problem person. I think it's bad to get on people when things age poorly, because at the end of the day, there is the argument that things are off their time. And by the way, just to preface, I don't mean like if someone's being blatantly racist and then they use the excuse of like, oh, it's just off the time, you know, it's a different time. That's a different story. But if it's just like, for example, when you watch a bunch of 80s movies, you know, I love 80s movies, but unfortunately there is just the aspect of like a lot of stuff in those films probably won't age well. You know, people just say certain things. It's like, oh, okay, that's not really okay to really say now or behave like now. But it was off its time, you know, it's kind of like, that's just how it was in the 80s sort of thing, right? So you can't really get on it back about it. And that's just how it goes. I think sometimes it's a bit counterproductive to hop on people's backs about those sort of things. I say that's kind of a controversial opinion because I do understand where people are coming from. It's like, yeah, some of this stuff looking back isn't really good, but at the end of the day, like, that's just, like, came out 20 odd years ago, man. 20, 30 odd years ago, sometimes even 40 odd years ago. Agree with what you're saying. Cookman's a great guy, and at the end of the day, too, and having Mark jokingly say gay to William isn't anywhere near as bad as dropping a slur. As a queer person, I'm personally not offended. That's the thing. That's not... I mean, I guess as a cis straight guy, I guess I can't give an opinion on what is considered offensive to gay people, but personally, again, like you said, it's not nearly as bad as just saying the F slur or the T slur or something like that, you know what I mean? That's just like... you know, there's just an extent where people just gotta be like, okay, that's just not... We could be complaining about other things, guys. But again, like, I'm a straight dude, so I guess I can't really give an opinion on that, you know. Whatever. Plus, Mark is totally fine with William as a friend. Doesn't have problems with him, and is happy about that. Yeah, exactly, you know. Sometimes, to an extent, it is just people looking for things to be upset about. Shrug. You know, what could we do? I think that's just the social media mindset of things. You know, we have nothing else to complain about. There's just one panel. I'm gonna complain about that. Okay, dudes. In fact, I'll copy and paste this side. I think part of it is just people getting too comfortable with the idea of being able to complain about anything online and being validated for it. Not to say people can't be upset about things and post about it online. I mean, that's totally fine. But I think we've gotten to a point where people are too comfortable with just complaining about everything. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's just the main thing. As long as it's not coming off as malicious, that's what it matters, you know? Oh, absolutely. Algorithms feed off negativity, dude. We're living in a time where, you know, Twitter, that app is just... The way Elon has it work is that people can pay to receive a check mark, and then people who have the check mark are rewarded and paid money if their posts have high engagement. So people are just purposely making posts to upset and rage bait so they get more engagement. So then the money is going to their pockets, and that money is also going into Elon's pocket. So it's just, we're living in a time where, you know, you just make people angry, so people are making more money. It's just a vicious, nasty loop. Yeah. It's a vicious loop of just, oh, how can we upset someone? Let's just say some really stupid non-statement on Twitter where it's just blatant misinformation or something like that, or we'll get someone riled up by saying something dumb about gay people or whatever, or the LGBT community, and that'll rile up certain people and they'll get loads of engagements, and it's just feeding money into people's pockets that don't deserve it. It's just easier to ignore it. It's easier to ignore it, ultimately. I know it's hard, because sometimes there's a lot of awful things being said on Twitter. And that's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. Is it sad? Yeah. Is there a lot we can do about it? No. At the end of the day, Elon is the richest person on Earth. By far. And he is just succeeding with people interacting with that sort of behavior. And that's putting more money in his pocket. And he's not going to do anything about it. And use TikTok. Edits, yeah. Honestly, it's like, it is better if young folk just get off the internet. You know, there was a new rule in the UK that was introduced where young folk aren't allowed on Twitter, on social media at all, periods, if you're under the age of 16, or just 16 in general. And I think people are saying that's controversial. But I kind of agree. Because at the end of the day, kids are just have too much access to so much. I still use a lot of social media, although I don't use it as much. I think at most, I use Twitter because there's just a lot of funny shit on there. But other than that, I don't really use Instagram, I don't really use TikTok, I don't use anything. I use Reddit because sometimes Reddit is funny, but again, yeah. Don't really use it. I think we would be better off if we don't use social media. But then again, if we didn't use social media, a lot of people lose their jobs and stuff like that. So I guess it's like we're in a weird age where social media is more beneficial to people nowadays than it's not. You know what I mean? An American who was born in 2000 and with and had sorry, let me start again. My eyesight is bad. Had internet access very early on in life, and while I definitely think I have gotten lucky and I have had positive experience on the internet overall, has affected me in some negative way too. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it will do. Yeah. I was born around the same year. So we're roughly the same age. In fact, you might be older than me. I was born in 2001. So yeah, we're basically like the same age. And yeah, same experiences. Grew up with... I think I was born in a household where I didn't have so much internet access. I used a PC a lot, but I was also restricted on it heavily, which I'm quite thankful for in hindsight. You know, I was chucked outside and told, you know, go out and play. Go play some ball games or something. Go on your bike. And, you know, in hindsight, I'm very thankful for that. As a kid, I probably didn't enjoy it as much, you know. I probably would have much rather been at home playing on my PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 and stuff like that, but in hindsight, it was a good thing for me. I think that's pretty much it. Just need to do this other side. that. Is that right? That doesn't look like the same distance, but it is. That's fine. Our generation was probably the last that grew up with like CDs and flip phones and stuff like that. The folk around like 2008, 2009, maybe even 2010 just grew up straight with internet access right out the wazoo, having access to iPads and stuff like that, and that's definitely rotted their brains. Like, I very much enjoyed the old internet and animations and memes, but I also got bullied off a certain game, 2011. Even worse. Ooh. Yeah, I miss the days of Flash, Newgrounds, stuff like that. I do miss that. I'm pretty much done with that, I'd say. Snakes. Sneaking pant. Trouser. Can I fit trousers in? Trousers. Oh, I can. Snake sneaking trousers.
Snake sneaking.
Not quite the alliteration I would have liked. The other one I did snake sneaking suit, and that was nice alliteration. No, this not so much. Nice. That didn't take too long either. Snake? Hmm.
Hello there.
Hello, Snake. Hello, Solid Snake. Here you go, friends. Do you like it? No. Don't be ungrateful. He's back to singing. That was pretty good. I like the shoes I gave him, but I need to change them. Because he wears boots, but not that high. He's having a little sing-song. Oh, yeah. We got some One Piece characters here. I made the whole Straw Hat crew plus some additional characters from One Piece. We got Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Chopper, Nami, Frankie, Jinbei. I'm really happy for my Jinbei. My Jinbei came out great. Brooke, Ace, and Roger, and Trafalgar Law. I want to add some more One Piece characters, but they're the ones I've got so far. One Piece is great. What do Nika Robin and Jin Kazuma have in common? Are you setting me up for a joke, or are you actually asking me? Because I have no idea. I want to live. Oh, I see. Alright, let's see if there's any other boots we got here we can give him. Even these? No, they'll be too high. But I need to give him some low boots. I wanted to get that panel tattooed on my arm. Should we try him on these? Oh, my controller's gonna die soon. In fact, let me get some other boots to compare. These punk boots are really good, but they're too high. I need some normal boots. La 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 la. Let's try these as well. In fact, maybe I'll get grey ones. Oh, I'm not too indecisive. There you go, grab some of these as well. No, I'm really happy with the way my Norman Reedus came out. I think it looks great. That face is actually really accurate. Try these ones. I think these might be the one, to be honest with you. Oh, they certainly are. Look at that. I will sharp. I didn't ask your opinion, Snake. You wear the clothes I give you, bud. Look at that, that's good. Alright, yep. He loves it. Look at him go. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. Yeah, it's like the first full outfit we've done as well. Like, trousers and all. Nice. He's done with that. Cool. Just wanted to see how many poses he'll do. Let's go to my Sam again.
Loosen up your shoulders.
Yeah, that looks so good. I'm really happy with how he came out. I think I need to do something about his mouth though, because the mouth going underneath the beard is really annoying. That's such a good Norman Reedus though. I'm quite happy with that. It's quite a simple one to make as well. That was a really, really good one. Make it a bit smaller. I go by Ghosty. Everyone calls me Ghosty.
Deep breaths.
It's often said that you'll never grow if you only do what comes easy to you.
The mouth looks slightly better there. Right. We'll do a little save. Oh, I'm so hungry. I didn't have any lunch because I had a breakfast this morning and I wasn't hungry by lunchtime. Now it's like nearly 3 o'clock and I'm bloody starving. Bloody starving. Don't know, what movie you gonna watch with your dad tomorrow? Alright, I think Sam's is gonna be a little bit more complicated. Is it, is Mandalorian and Grogu still in cinemas? I think so. Okay. I don't recognize that quote. Is that... For some reason I want to say Project Hail Mary, but I don't think it is. It's not Project Hail Mary, is it? That's it. That movie is definitely not still in cinemas. Oh, the Backrooms. Oh, I don't know anything about that franchise. I'll be honest with you. I'm not in the old Project Helm Backrooms bag. Apparently the movie is good though. Made by the same guy who actually made the Backrooms thing. Obviously that already existed, but yeah, good for him. Comes to digital tomorrow. What, on like any particular streaming service, or is it going to go on YouTube because the guy is a YouTuber who made it? Don't know, but we're able to pre-order it on Amazon. Okay, cool. I found out because obviously I don't know much about Backrooms. I was never too deep into it, but I really like the old historical footage video on Attack on Titan. The guy who made it, Kane Pixels, is the guy who directed and made the movie. I was like, no way, that's so cool. Good for him. It's not very often that you make something on YouTube and then you get to direct your own movie on it, and then the movie winds up being really fucking good. He's only, what, like 21? He's younger than me. It's crazy. Really quite a young dude. So again, that's like good for him that he's able to pursue his dreams at such a young age and make basically a box office hit, from my understanding. Like, the dude is raking it in, which is pretty good budget for another movie, I should imagine. So yeah, good for him, man. Good for him. Gotta make his cufflink. To be honest, I'm definitely on Sam's side about these cufflinks. They're meant to like bring everyone together. We're all connected by the same cufflink. It implies that you're all together, right? But it's just like, why have I gotta wear a cufflink to bed, dude? Why have you cuffed me to a bed? I don't feel together. Doesn't feel like this is about togetherness if you're making me wear a basically cuffs to bed, chain me to a bed. Yeah, the very early part of Gen Z. It's always weird because whenever they talk about Gen Z, they talk about a specific type of Gen Z, and I just personally don't associate with that side of Gen Z. They're always talking about how there's like the young kids who are iPad kids who are addicted to brain rot and stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't associate with them a lot, dudes. Yeah, like the real young Gen Z guys, they're like 2009 to 2010, who are just TikTok addicted. iPad kids are not Gen Z. They're Gen Alpha. I guess so. I just mean those people in general. Like they're a little bit further away from us that are more addicted to screens and stuff like that, and brain rot and stuff like that. That give all Gen Zs a bad name. Oh, my controller's gonna die soon. I have to plug it in. See if I can do a faux lighting effect here. But yeah, like I said, I'm not really deep into the backroom stuff. From what I've seen of the movie, it does actually look pretty cool. Oh, God. Yeah, the millennials versus Gen Zs, and then, you know, millennials were the butt of the joke for years in the noughties. For, you know, cringe culture and stuff like that, and now Gen Zs are the butt of the joke because of their cringe culture. Cycle continues. There you go, like a nice little faux lighting effect. Kind of looks like it's glowing. Don't have to generalize any one generation though. I have friends from all sorts of them. Yeah, same. Does it have any zippers? Because it might help if I just put a zipper down. Can I just use this as like a cheap man's way to do a hoodie? Yeah, kind of works. It's a poor man's hoodie, but like, it's a nightmare to try and draw these things, so. And then I'll put this like here. Oh, the lack of symmetry on this really bothers me. Doesn't even line up. It's not even remotely symmetrical. Apparently the absolute latest part of the boomers, and it actually surprisingly cool. Oh, there you go. I'll worry about that later. First, we gotta do the patented Kojima straps. We go from like here. Suppose you can work around this actually, work around the straps to the hoodie. Wish it did add more variety on the custom items that you can make for your miis. Doesn't feel like there's a lot of options. Alright. I like how my reference image that I'm working with right now is Kojima cosplaying as Sam. It's funny. My one-to-one accurate reference picture, and it's Kojima-san wearing Sam's outfit. Why is it not color picking correctly? There we go. Does it go down to like there? How deep does this go on these shoulders? Not that deep, to be honest with you. Up here. Yeah, that's about right. Right, cool. Then we need to put some more straps on the shoulders and arms and stuff like that. I like Kojima designs like this. I used to think they were quite bizarre because he just had like a lot of really tight sneaking. Well, I guess for like Metal Gear, kind of made sense. Have maybe not. Actually, it doesn't make any sense why Snake's early outfits were just really tight sneaking suits, like leather. You'd just be squeaking around if you're wearing latex like that. But I still think like the designs are cool, having straps everywhere and stuff like that. It's just something about it looks really cool. Oops, that's not right. Oh, hang about, that's not right either. Why is that not right? Oh, because the lack of symmetry. Yep, there you go, checks out. Checks out. Do this all again. There we go, now it's symmetrical. It's quite annoying that the arms are perfectly symmetrical, but the body isn't. So there's no like middle line. Bothers me. I might need to go grab my cable. I'm gonna grab my cable quick for my charger, my phone, my. And he is already starting to get to me. The controller, my controller dies. Not my phone. My charger isn't gonna die because it's just a wire. That's weird. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Should be good now. But then again, I found out the other day, for some reason my controller wasn't charging properly. Left it plugged in for the entire day the other day to charge. And I checked my PlayStation 5 controller screen. Hadn't been charging a single bit. I was like, oh, okay. Great, thanks guys. Thanks for not charging my controller. Is this the same color? No, it's not. It's slightly lighter. Okay. I think this needs to be bigger. I think I'll leave it as is. Although I will add like these sort of things here. I don't want to spend overly long on this because last time I spent overly long on the snake outfit. It took me about 2 hours. I'm really hungry. I want to get some food, so I don't want to spend too long on this. I give a little faux depth of shadow. No, it's not even noticeable. Okay, dudes. You think about these things like, oh, little added details, or do some faux shadow effects, stuff like that. Not even visible in the model. Not even visible in the model. Pointless. Absolutely pointless. That's, yep. I kind of hate when you select something and then you don't line it up properly and you click the undo button. And it doesn't save your selection or anything. You just have to reselect it again. So annoying. There we go. Okay, so now we gotta add these bits up here. He's got some little shoulder panels bits. Right. This needs to line up. Nope, that's not lining up. Here. 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 Okay. Okay. I still got to somehow make it like a hoodie. Okay. He's got like a yellow strap. It'd probably be best if I just copy and paste to the other side before I do the yellow strap. We'll copy and paste this over for one. Right. And now we have to go for like a yellow strap, which, I mean, that's a pretty good color to start with. Add a little bit more orange to it. Do this, do this. Actually, it does make my life easier because we can just paint the back black like that. And maybe we'll just do like the side bits here blue. Like this. Okay. Yeah. It also helps us think this being a hoodie, I guess. Actually, this is the wrong color. In some reference images, it's really bright yellow. In the others, it's more orange, so we'll do orange. Okay. I should undo that. Okay, that doesn't look right though. Hmm. This one's a little more simple because this just goes up. If anything, I could just color this entire strap in that color. That's fine, we won't do that. I'm so hungry. Right. Not too big. Maybe this. Yeah. Oops. This side's got to be thicker because it comes up and down. This is where the tube goes. So a little red tube here, and a grey one that comes down into a little bum bag that will connect here. So we'll start drawing like a little red valve. Actually, no, it's more into the glass, isn't it? Sorry, it's more into the glass, sorry. So it'll be about here. And then we'll come pick this again, make it a bit more yellow, a bit brighter. Actually, I want it to be a bit brighter. In fact, it should be the same color as this nearly. Sorry, what am I doing? There we go. And this will come down and go like over here. Okay, I think that's a pretty good shape. I think it's really thin though. Needs to be more of a yellowy green color. Like down here. That is much more yellow. Yeah, like that sort of. It'd be kind of cool if I could do like a transparent effect, but to be fair, it's really foggy to see inside this thing, so you won't be able to see it anyway. Louise has suddenly turned into a little worm. Bless her. Ah. No, it's great. It looks just like her. No, it's good. That's good. That is good. I need to make this high enough where, like, if we tuck it in, it'll look okay. Because ideally we want to tuck this in so it looks like it's a jumpsuit. I think, like, around this line is where you can tuck it in. I think, right? Is that what that yellow line is for? Oh. I see. Okay, so the line has got to be about here then. Oh god. Okay. Does that stretch around to the back? I don't think it does. I think we're going to give him a backpack anyway, so we don't really need to worry about what's going on in the back anyway. We're going to try and give him like a yellow backpack or something. Actually, his original suit didn't have this strap around his belt. No, it didn't. Oh. There we go. I don't think I need to do anything too crazy to this. Yeah, we can carry on and make any changes necessary at a later point. Maybe make this a bit brighter. Make this darker. And make it look ribbed. Probably wrap up at 4, I'd say. Is that too spaced out? Maybe we'll add some in between here as well, like this. No, that's actually fine. This one here, though. Man, I'm so hungry. I'm thinking this bag that I drew looks like a Cornish pasty. Good lord. That's bad. That's how you know you're hungry. Is when you're starting to see food and nothing. This does not look like a Cornish pasty, but the shape of it. It's like a tasty pastry treat. But no, that'll do. Salmon BB.
Salmon BB.
That's pretty good. I like the little BB inside. For trousers, I'm sure we can find something to work with for now. I wish I got the cyberpunk trousers in different colors. That'd be perfect for any Kojima's design that has straps and stuff like that going everywhere. I need to get my backpack as well, don't I? Maybe I get my studded one? Nah. Nah.
How do you do?
Nice, that was pretty good. Obviously the colours are... The trousers are a bit mismatched. We need to make the trousers at another point. Oh, I can do that at another point. Well, actually, can I get some trekking trainers that has a bit of... Oh no, I can't. Let's see what else I got for him.
Hello.
These would be pretty good if they... Well, actually, no, these could work. The idea... I know he doesn't have yellow on his boots, but the idea is that the yellow is meant to look like the exoskeleton on the side of his legs. That was pretty good though, I'd say. Pretty decent. On that note, thanks for joining me today. I'll be back in tomorrow with something different, maybe Final Fantasy 5. Depends how hot it is, to be fair, but if it's still decently hot, we'll do more Tomodachi Life or something chill. But for now, I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.